Hello everybody and welcome back to GreenRiver. So in the previous episode there was a few disappointed people, which is understandable because I did actually buy the 7R series John Deere instead of the 8RT. Now the 8RT is the crawler tractor you can see in front of us here, and the 7R is the one we're driving. Both of which are very nice tractors, and this one is very nice as well. I have no idea why I'm unfolding that. But yes, we have used this one before. As nice as it is, I think a few people just wanted me to try out the crawler tractor instead, but I've decided to keep both because as this isn't the realistic series as such, we can just buy machinery as we feel free. As I mentioned at the beginning of the series, we're going to be buying loads of different mods to try out. This is going to be the mod trying out series. It's going to be perfect for it. So there it is, and it's going to be a much better tractor than this one for towing such a big drill. Having said that, it certainly won't be taking over as the most important tractor on the farm, because a tractor or a crawler tractor isn't always the best for everything. For example, corn carting with the smaller trailers. So let's just go around the corner. We do need to... does it need a wash? Not really. We have got a pressure washer there. We do need to put it away really, although we're probably going to be using this tractor again very soon for carting the grain which we have in storage. Now, out of all the people who comment on my videos, as far as I can see, only one person had a reply to where the grain is, where it's actually being stored. Because as I showed you in the previous episode, the farm silo here does appear to be empty, despite us having grain in storage, as you can see just here. We have all of these top ones here. We've got wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybeans and corn. But the silo itself is showing as empty, but one person did say go over to the pig farm. I'm just trying to figure out where that is. It's up here. We can't actually show you on there. The cursor won't work. But up here is the pig farm. So it's definitely worth trying out. So I'll probably teleport over there first. Otherwise it'd be a wasted journey. But the fact that somebody's mentioned it, there must be some truth in it. Let's just see. I would search for pig food. It is. Pig food star. So we can put in potatoes, water, and is that a cereal crop? And then it will produce pig food for us. So that could be a very cost-effective way of producing the pig food. Much better than buying it in bulk in these pallets. That's very expensive. Right, so let's just take a look around here as well. Let's just see. That's obviously the pig barn, the pig shed. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily have to be here exactly. It could just be nearby. Like here. It could be in this yard here. I think what I'd do is, if I don't see it straight away, I'll jump cut. And yeah, I can't see it at the moment. Aha, here we go. Silos. This could be the one. Is it possible? Oh, yep, just opened it up. Yes, I would say if we drive underneath here in a few minutes, that'll be the best place to go to. Definitely worth trying out. I don't think there is like the computer system which we have at the other farm. So yeah, this is definitely a good chance of it being the correct place. So thank you to the person who mentioned that. I really did only see one person who mentioned it. So if you turn out to be correct, then yeah, your comment was very important to me. In fact, most comments are very important to me. Except for the odd few, of course. Right, so back to the 8RT. And this is the first time I think that I've used this tractor ever. I don't think I've used it before in FS17. Oh, it's so different. It handles so differently. Very similar to a Challenger. But I would say it is going to be much better for this drill. We have manual attach going. I think we've got the interactive control. Let me just see here. Here we do. I should have used it. In future, I will do. Right, so we need to put some seed in. We actually don't need any fertilizer at this stage, so we'll be okay without. But it should be over here. Hopefully it refills the seed and not the fertilizer. I could always cancel it. Okay, which one is going to be? There we go. That's working. So yeah, today's video is obviously much later released than normal. The reason for this is because I've been super busy today and I just haven't had the time to be able to record the video. I spent a lot of time actually editing the Tamiya radio control video as well, which took actually much longer than expected, because although these videos are recorded, they're not all edited, so it does take a while to do. Despite it already looking like it's really well customised, this tractor, there are still many other options we can put on it, so I think in a future video we'll spend some time customising, as we do with ETS2. It's always a good thing to do, but obviously only when we have the money. At the moment we have next to no money at all. As I've said, we can add money, but that is more for buying the vehicles rather than customising them. We do still have a loan, we still have a loan that we can take out, but I don't want to make it too high because the interest is fairly expensive. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the headlands onto field 27. So basically, we're going to drill the headlands first, then a worker can take over, and we're going to then in the meantime do a bit of carting, sell what we've got, and obviously that way we'll make some money as well. In the next episode I'm hoping that the crops will be ready, so it's going to be a very fast growth, but as we only have 2 fields and no animals, there is nothing we can really do. Right, let's get this thing unfolded. The worker should be able to do the far side of the field pretty well without any problems at all, but once it's got past about 60%, halfway maybe, it's going to struggle because there is a very different shape here. Better close that up. There we go. So yes, it is doing a faster speed than the 7R was doing. The 7R, although did a pretty good job, it still wasn't powerful enough. This tractor, I think, is possibly still not even powerful enough actually. I think this drill requires about 420 horsepower. I thought this tractor was about 300 or something, but let me just see. I might be ridiculously wrong here. It's 420. I was ridiculously wrong. Let's just see. 420 as well. Wow. It's a perfect match. That could not be better. But yeah, it's an instant giveaway because it isn't struggling one bit. It's actually doing a really good job. We're sticking with the canola. We might as well. It's a good crop to do. But there are actually a few different guides around on Steam, and one person's done a very good guide, and they discovered that if you were to do wheat or barley, and then of course bale or just pick up the straw as well and sell it, you make more money on the wheat and barley than you do on these more expensive crops such as soybeans or canola. I guess it is because you are doing the straw. There is a byproduct as well, whereas with the canola there isn't. Although I think you can actually bale canola or oilseed rape straw. Pretty sure you can do. As far as I'm aware, it gets used in power stations, but I'm not entirely sure. In Farming Simulator you can't do. You have to stick with the wheat or the barley. Right, I'm not really too bothered about going up the side of the field. It is pretty much just the bottom here, because that's where the worker will get confused. So if nothing else, this is just a test for us. Just testing out the new tractor before the worker takes over. Hopefully it doesn't crash it straight away. But yes, I want the worker to do most of the work here, since we've already done a fair bit of drilling recently. So actually, although we've just bought a new tractor, and we're all enjoying it hopefully, we're going to be going back to the 7R, which again is actually a new tractor. We only got it in the previous video. But yeah, this is the tractor that most people wanted to see. No offence at all to the 7R though, because that is a decent tractor. It's a very nice mod. I've always been very impressed with the mod. I think it's very well made. It's just, I think most people wanted to see a tracked tractor. It's actually over 60% of the field, which is easy enough for the worker to do. It's only really this corner, this side of here. I would say 70% is dead easy for a worker. It really should have no problems at all. I probably could have straightened it off down there, but we'll get to that problem if it arises in the future. Hopefully it won't do. Hopefully the worker will have the intelligence to continue. There we go. This actually seems like a really good map to use the Liebherr 902 pack, the excavator pack for forestry. I haven't actually been able to use them yet properly, so I'd love to. I'd love to do it on this map. These trees actually look like a very good lot of trees to do, to take down, because they're really, well, they're sort of, they're not in the way, it's just, they look like they're in the perfect position to cut down, if you know what I mean. It's like they've been put there intentionally for the purpose of cutting down when the map was produced. They look like they've been planted, if it was real life, they look like they've been planted with the purpose in mind of cutting them down for wood, for making something out of, or for firewood. We would just sell it all to the sawmill. That'd be the best thing to do. But yeah, they're in a good position. We probably should have done it actually no, we can do it after the harvest. Once we've harvested this field, that'll give us space to put a lorry here and have lots of space to move around, so that can be a job we can do in the next episode or two. I think we'll get the harvest done first, which should be the next episode, and then we can do stuff like the forestry. Looking forward to using them though, really am. Right, that can be on a worker. It shouldn't have any issues at all, I would hope. Such a big drill. Massive. You alright? You seem to have stopped. Come on, worker. You can do it. Once he gets the first bit done, there shouldn't be a problem. If I just move out of the way. Come on, you can do it. It's a very nice tractor, so there's no reason for you not to want to drive it. Oh, what are you doing? You rubbish worker. Well, we'll hope for the best. Is it me that's in the way? It probably is. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If it starts to go crazy, then we can just do it ourselves, I suppose. All the interior lights seem to be switched on. I think I might have turned them all on. Okay, so around here, I'll put that one on too. We have got our trailer, the Joskin. Let's go and hitch it up. And then we'll drive over to the other yard. I think we have at least 3 yards actually. It shouldn't be too hard to get to. And we can try and get some of the higher value crops sold. Mind out the way, hens. And cockerel. Chickens. Right, the other one is still working as far as I'm aware. It's at the top corner. So hopefully it isn't experiencing any problems. Well, we'll soon find out if it does, because it'll tell us on the notification page. It will say something like, the worker has given up due to incompetence or something. Actually, no, it would just say the worker has ended its task or something. But it seems to be continuing. Perfect. Right, so if we stay on the road, we can go over the next bridge. And we'll try out this silo. I really can't see why this silo wouldn't work. I'm pretty sure it is the correct one. Oh, we're cutting in front of these slow coaches. I think this is our yard. Pretty sure it is. So we'll get that opened up. Oh, don't close again. I think I clicked it twice. And then we'll go around the corner. I think it was over here. Here it is, yeah. Now the question is, do we have to open the cover? I don't think we do, because we're not tipping. Right, start filling. Ah, perfect. Thank you to the person who said the silo is here. It's greatly appreciated. We have a very good price on soybeans over at Blacker Hall. So we'll load up some soybeans. We can put plenty of stuff in here. It's not going to fill it very much. Try and put it evenly in here. but it will do. It's all extra money for us. Oh, it's a bit tight. It's actually a pretty big tractor, this. I can see why it was actually not struggling with the drill. Right, Blacker Hall is next to fin number 27. Perfect, we can check up on the worker. Just what the worker wants, the manager looking over his shoulder at everything he's doing. Would it be wise to go right here? I suppose it would be. Yeah. Okay, so take the right turn here, and I'll see you over at the sell point. In fact, I think we can see it from here anyway. Yeah, so it's the other end of these trees, next to the field. The worker back there seems to be doing a very good job. So I don't know why it had such trouble to begin with. I really don't know. But this is our sell point. We have a good price here, although we don't have very much. But it keeps us out of debt. Even that was £10,696. It really does seem that soybeans are worth it, but again, you don't get as much out of the field. It's, you know, you sort of feel like you're getting more for them, but actually you're probably not. Per ton you are, but you don't get as many tons. Okay, so that is looking very good. And really, that sort of setup, that size setup, isn't really too big for this map as far as I can tell. Because this is one of the smaller fields. Field 27. Like, look at field number 9. That is huge. Wouldn't mind going over there, actually. Field 9. Oh wow, it's got a crop in it. Oh, if that's got a job on it, how much did they pay? £41,480. Time for the mission, 103 minutes. Just short of 2 hours. Wow. And it's soybeans. The farmer who owns this is going to be absolutely rich. Mary Evans. You're going to be rich. Oh, it's reduced with this combine. So is the pay. It seems to base all of the pay on the amount of time it takes, as far as I can tell. Not for the size of the field. Anyway, we'll do one more. We'll do the sunflowers as well. This is to Drutons. I don't know where Drutons are. We'll soon find them. Oh, they're fairly close. That's where the silo is. That's where Druton's barn is. So we just go around the corner. Dead easy. And I don't think we're required here anyway. That worker seems to be doing a very good job. Well done, worker. What's your initial? G. Worker Gary. You're doing a good job. Unless it's a woman. Oh, that could be embarrassing. I better confirm this. Okay, slightly embarrassing here. It is actually a woman, and I've just called her Gary. Well, Georgina. That will do. I was sort of wondering if we should do animals on this series, and I wasn't going to, but now that the pig farm seems to be so well kitted out to actually producing your own food, I think it is tempting. It's very tempting to actually get some pigs. Now obviously we wouldn't necessarily have to pay for these pigs due to the type of series we're doing here, but we would certainly have to maintain them if we were to get pigs. I would like to do a proper job of that. But I think, yeah, the function of being able to create your own pig food, which has been integrated into other maps, for example Ballymoon Castle, it's a very nice idea, and I would like to do it again, because I never actually did it properly with Ballymoon. It was in the vote for the replacement map of Oakfield, but it didn't win, unfortunately. I say it's unfortunate, but then I'm actually happy with the winning map anyway, which is the Valley of the Old Farm. So who knows, maybe in the next vote, when we replace another map, maybe Ballymoon will win again. Because we've done it before, but it wasn't the released version. Right. Let's just go across here. We need to go across to sunflowers. Even weight distribution. There we go. And it should be fairly self-explanatory. There might be a gate out of here, going the other way, but as I know the way from this direction, we might as well take it. I'm really hoping as well that when we've done this, the worker will have finished the main section and we can just finish off, and then yeah, next time we can harvest the canola. That would be fantastic timing. And now we have a big combine as well. The harvest won't even take too long, but we should get a lot of canola out of it. Right, okay, so there's our pig farm. That's where the pigs would actually be. Pig food mixer or pig food storage, I'm not too sure at this stage. But yeah, we keep going around. All green energy just behind us. I haven't actually done a map tour either. I should have done a map tour. But it does seem like a fairly self-explanatory map anyway. Because you get some of these maps where it's so complicated to find the different areas, and then you find the maps where it's pretty simple, such as this one. It's a fairly easy map to navigate, which I like, because as you'll probably know, I do get lost fairly easily, so it does make a difference. But both are good. Right, I think it's here. I would say it is. Yes, so if we go over here, we'll probably be better off reversing over the pit, but there should be enough space for us. Right, there we go. Give us some good money. 28,000, that's £8,440 extra. We can also sell bales here. There should be some bales coming soon. I'm hoping to do some more bales, but we've done so many bales recently. I thought I'd just take a break, you know. We'll just do some canola or any crop really which doesn't require bales being produced. Even with the wheat or barley, we could just shred it. We could chop the straw. But then you get the idea of it being wasteful, because then you could have baled it. So it's just best to avoid those crops anyway, if you're not really in the mood for doing baling. So this is obviously the turning again to the field we've been to many times, and yeah, just over here will be our tractor. And looking at the minimap, it is pretty much done. At least it's done in the area where it can get to. It's in that sort of pointy section where I said it might get a bit confused, but it seems to have done it so far. I'll have to leave a bit of space, but yeah, look at that. Really well done. I'll park under the trees here. Great work, worker. The interior lights are still on. And you never had your steering wheel column down. Okay. We'll cancel the worker. Better continue a bit here. And I'll turn them off. They don't need to be on. And we'll just very quickly finish off. Yeah, there's really nothing to do here. Well, there is something to do, but there isn't much to do here. It's just the awkward bit. And we're pretty much done. Yeah, so it did a really good job. The worker did a really good job with that. It's funny because sometimes the workers can be really painful to get going, and other times it can be absolutely fantastic. Like today we've had, well, it started off being a rubbish worker, and then it turned out to be a fantastic worker. It's like it has like different abilities. Each worker that you assign has a different ability, but I don't think it does. I think it must be the same thing, same system and everything. Strange. Anyway, yes, let's go back to the yard. Thoroughly enjoyed using, well, what we've used of it, the 8RT today. What is it anyway? 8,370. I'm pretty terrible, I've got to admit, at memorising John Deere's model numbers, but I do like John Deere. I think they're very nice machines. Tie through here. And here we are, back at the farm. Just got to contend with the traffic first. Right, here we are. Good. Yeah, it's been, again, a fairly productive day. I don't like to keep doing the same job over and over, but sometimes you just have to, because otherwise the field's never going to get planted. That's why I try and use a worker as much as I can do for certain jobs. But yeah, with a map like this, with the big fields, having such big machinery is very useful. The only problem as well is actually, or another problem is we have to try and find a place for the big stuff. I'd like to keep them inside, but we can't really. Let's just see. Well, I don't think we're using that trigger just yet, so we'll park it over here. There we go. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.